my channel Electric Checker Creations. My name is Bex and today I'm going to be making Froggy the 13th for the Froggy Friday collaboration, which is hosted by Lisa, the girl in the garage, Lula, Nerd Goblin Art, Kaz, Dragon's Cave, and Chris, the crafty rat. I'm going to UV the eyes in. I have marked the right way up in here, and I've coloured the eyes in the hope that this time I will get the eyes in the right way up. We shall see how that goes. Right, I'm not putting resin on here, I'm just going to put a drop of UV resin in there. I'm not sure if you can see that. And then I'm going to get a pair of tweezers. Yeah, pick this up and put it in. Now, the eye, I want it to be flat like that. Just going to do this for 5 seconds. And then put a little bit of UV in there. Again, I don't think you can see what I'm doing, but it's all good. Get the eye, put it in. Take care not to scratch the mould and try and get it so the two eye, I don't know if you can see that in there. I'm hoping I've managed to get them looking the same way and actually have their eyes not in their eyebrows, which is what I did last time. I'm going to use the Racing 100 to make this. I should say I'm also going to do the leaf for him to stand on. Rinse out mould, place it in evenly, sprinkle the powder even firmly in the water, stir it in for about 1 minute, fill the mould quickly. It can be demoulded in about half an hour, completely dry and everything after about 2 to 8 days depending on how you store it and the size of the mould, etc. So I'm not going to weigh it out because I kind of know what mixture it needs to be. I'll be back once I've measured this out and mixed it. Right, so I'm just going to add black pigment to this. This is water-based pigment. It's from Temu, and according to, I'm so sorry, I think it was Alison, you just put a ton in and you can make it go black. So I'm putting a ton in and I'm hoping to make it go black. Okay, my ton was not enough of a ton, so a bit more. Good Lord. Okay, I'm gonna say that enough is enough. I am now going to pour this in carefully. So I want to try and reduce any bubbles I might get. Let me just very carefully poke around in there because I do not want to undo the eyes that I did. So I'm going to unmold these. It would appear that I lost the video. I turned record back on once I'd mixed it up and I put in the inks, and then when I went to switch it off after I'd filled these up, the camera had lost battery and died. So apologies for that. But basically I mixed up the Racing 100. I added a lot of black water-based pigment that I got off of Temu, this is bag. This is the black water-based pigment that I got. And then I also, once I poured the frog, I added some of these greens to it, well, to this mould, then poured in and made an awful mess and cleaned it up, mostly. So now I'm just gonna unmould, and I hope I don't lose his fingers, because this frog is a he. Oh no, I lost one of his toes. It's okay, I will glue it back on. So peel that back there. So this is the same night, and it's probably an hour after I poured. Oh no, lost his fingers. That's okay, I will find them somewhere because they went flying. There's one. I'll have to find the other one. But there's the front. Oh no, one of his eyes didn't come out. One did, one didn't. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna glue it back on. I didn't quite get them right. I have a bit of trouble with the eyes. I will glue that back on, possibly. And then I actually I might put a patch on him. I actually really like that. I think he looks like stone, like weathered stone. And let's see if we can get the leaf out in any form of decent shape. I'm hoping I don't have any bubbles. Oh, bits flying everywhere. Oh, actually, I'm really pleased with that. Okay, so I'm just going to clear this off. I'll be back in a second. So those are his missing fingers, which I will, well, two of his missing fingers, which I will glue back on. There's three of his missing fingers. I'll glue those back on in a minute, and I will glue his eye on. But this is not him finished, because it's Froggy the 13th. I've got a bit more to do, so I'll be back with the clay and I'll see you in a minute. Just going to glue his fingers back on. Well, glue his eye back on first. And then I'm gonna already sit him in there. Trying to work out if that's the one that fits there. And by the power vested in me, by the power of editing, ba-ding, he comes with all of his fingers. Now then, as this Froggy Friday is a Friday the 13th, I thought I'd have a little bit of fun, you know. brown. Now this is just because it's easy. I'm going to make two just in case. And then I will be back in a little bit once this dries. So looking at the frog, there aren't any bubbles in any of it that I can see. The glued on eye looks a bit weird, but it's okay. And again, with the leaf, there is no bubbles. I'm actually really happy with both. Just putting the frog back there. So this is the mask, which I'm going to put on the top. So I just thread through the red string, twine, whatever, and then make some knots in it to make it like a thing to hold the mask on, I suppose, like that. I think that looks quite cool. Now, I then decide to make a kind of really rough jacket. I get some old material that I have, cut some slits so I can wrap it around the frog like this. Then I cut off the excess. And hey presto, that's sorted. So I put some alcohol in a cup and then I add some yellow and brown dye to it, mix it round, and then add a little bit of red for blood and a little bit of green for grass. Mix it all up and then I leave it on the plate to dry. See you in a bit. Okay, this is now dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on my frog like so, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. The lid has glued shut on my glue, would you believe? So just going to do this, put some glue there. This is my attempt not to stick my fingers together. Okay. So I'm going to pick him up. I'm going to put him on here. I want his mask to sit like that. So again, put a little bit of glue just there. Press this down. Can't do much about his fingers, unfortunately. I couldn't find all of them. So I'm going to put the knife just across his hand like that and hope I can get it to stick. Let's take him off of here for now while I'm sticking the things to him, because knowing me, I will break more of him. The reason for the very bad jacket is that in the pictures of Friday the 13th, Jason is wearing a very ratty jacket basically. So this is kind of my homage to his jacket. There we go. There is my Froggy Friday for Friday the 13th. He is Jason from the film Friday the 13th. And he's lurking on his lily pad. Imagine it's a lily pad, waiting to jump out and kill someone. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please hang around for the glamour shots at the end. Thank you for watching my video, and goodbye.